I know. Fall really was a bad time of the year to try and say it was a finale, so let's try winter now. Good evening, more music files and everyone else that is watching the Music Perspectives mid-finale in the winter. Now then, I know I promised you guys the 3 titans of rap, but instead we're changing it to the 3 titans of music. Why? How? Let's just say that I wanted to make things a little bit more V-style, if you get my drift. As we get into the first person that is on this video's list. Roll the clips!
I like it.
Yo, my life shit, wife misses excitement, and my kids don't respect me, unlike Rick, who's always gotta ask me why I bitch. Well,
I like it.
Now when it comes to the first titan, none like Joshua is kind of like a small little problem for me because I don't really know that much about his backstory. I know that he's been a pretty prevalent rapper for the last 7 or so years, maybe 8. I could be very varied from how far my research has gone, but I will say that this man has been on his craft and about his business and his paper since the day he picked up the mic. Since the day I found him was when he first released the epic Kingdom Hearts dubstep rap, but then again that was so long ago I can barely remember when the release date was. I'll probably post it on the screen somewhere. Since then I've been watching the progression and then going back into his older category to see the mountains upon mountains of good content, good songs, good lyricism, and great construction from all of his creations. Every single thing that I've heard from him, even if it did vary from quality to quality, was an immaculate taste for the ears. It was almost like dining into sublime food from an exquisite French restaurant, or getting an exquisite appetizer from a nice little Indian place down the street, or just a bombastic array of food brought to you from an Italiano restaurant. Just trying to be brought out to you by the greatest view of the mezzanine and all sorts of wondrous things. Man, I'm getting into foodie mode, and that's a problem. But still, that does illustrate my point. His sound is not something to be taken lightly as a rapper. His entire category, from all the stuff he's done for video games and anime and regular cartoons, has been top-notch, as well as certain movies such as The Crow, which you probably have not heard yet because it's an older track. I don't know. And then if you wanted to be like, but if he's just this kind of rapper, V, what about original stuff? Well, he did release this EP this year that honestly is pretty dope. I'm honestly kind of shocked that he hasn't done a full-blown original album of music lately, and I'm kind of hoping that he does soon so that he'll blow up even more than he has already in Europe, rocking out with Smash Hit Combo, a pretty prevalent French metal / rock band. And to be honest, if that were to drop, that would pretty much set him on the pretty prevalent platform of instilled prosperity in the rap game. Man, that was a lot of P's. But that does keep up on track of what I'm trying to illustrate about how he is a titan, and how he is destroying the game for himself in his own lane, and how he's only getting better and better the more his craft grows, the more his sound develops, the more his ingenious method of lyricism just comes and slaughters the game. Now, if you guys will excuse me, I unfortunately have to get to the next person in this video that, oh shit, we're late. Okay, transition now, please, please, before we're even later, please.
I've had a little bit too much. All of the people start to rush back.
Now, for the second one, I'm going to be a little bit more, I guess, down to earth as I say this, but if you were to ask me 9 months ago if I was going to put a less than known artist on here, you guys would probably be like, well, given the fact that you're you, I could see you doing obscure, but after 4 episodes in and you just see a bunch of big name people, you're like, huh, this doesn't seem like V at all. Well, that's because I found Amelia Jane. Now, Amelia Jane I haven't really dived into as much as the other 2 people on this video. That is something I'll be very upfront about. But from what I've heard from her with the few songs that I have heard from her to cover, this is honestly someone that I don't really see being slept on for long. And I'm saying this because as I'm going through the entire catalog at the time of this recording, she has a giant menagerie of beautiful videos out the wazoo, from covers involving huge name celebrities, especially Nate Wants to Battle, and honestly trying to go into, I guess, a better variety for her voice with 38 songs already on her channel displayed thus far. Will it grow? Will it expand? Will it shrink? No one really knows. No one really knows. But all I know is I like to recognize talent where talent is due, and the fact that she has such a beautiful array of vocal presence with herself with every single song that she does that shows her progression and her willingness to grow, becoming a better singer than most people that I could even think off the top of my hand. Meghan Trainor. She honestly tries to make herself go higher and higher in expectation levels for anyone, newcomers or fans. And if that's something that's enough to say it's a tiny titan in the making, then by all means, this is indeed a tiny titan in the making that deserves to have a place on any video. So, Amelia Jane, keep doing what you're doing, and I hope to talk about you more in a full-blown video someday. However, unfortunately, according to the clock, we're late to see the final Titan, so I need to get to the next room right about now.
Hush now, my baby, be still, love, don't cry.
Okay, this is kind of a tricky way to start this off because there's a video about him in the making, so I don't want to say too much, but let's talk Caleb Hayles. I can't say his last name. Now, it shouldn't be a shock to you guys about why Caleb Hayles would end up on this show. I mean, I talk about wondrous people all the time, but it's like, why wait this long to put him on a video involving 3 individuals? Well, here's the thing. For the toss-up, I wanted to try and cover artists that actually can stand the testament of time with their own vocal talents beyond any sort of recommendation. That's why many of the videos kind of, although very obscure in how the matchups are, actually do serve a purpose about how people actually can stand the testament of time with their fandoms. Caleb is one of these people. With all the covers that he has done, it's almost a mystery why we don't see a full-blown album of his of, like, I don't know, 17 of the greatest original songs that he can compose, since he has the vocal talents to do so. He's a monster when it comes to making great music on any sort of scale, whether it's small scale, big scale, or just downright insane amounts of creativity sort of scale that It could be on a paper-thin budget for all we know, but we wouldn't even tell because of how beautiful it's crafted. This man has so much talent oozing out of him that it can't just be compiled into just one small video involving two other amazing individual titans of music. Which is why he'll have his own video on music reviews, where we'll go into more of his details there. Nevertheless though, Caleb makes this list of all things Titan based, and I can't wait to talk about him even more in the upcoming video not that far down the line. But now we have to get into the final note of the winter finale that will end all finales, for the winter at least. I'm not sure about all time because, well, I'm not that good. I'm not that good yet. Keep an eye on me, Graham Norton. I might steal that throne from you.
I can't believe the night lay waste.
Are you one of those so-called badasses?